We're back.
Oh snap!
Let's
Just rocking out to
go.
the songs because I love it. We are.
Oh man.
Oh god.
How are you,
So
dude? How are you
I'm good,
doing? I
man.
mean, we are
Fresh off
back
the
home.
yeah, back home, fresh off of the jet lag. The jet lag was real. I don't even say was. I'm still in it.
Yeah,
Still
same.
waking up 3, 4 o'clock a.m. Haven't fully adjusted. You?
Struggling.
Yeah.
I've been up since midnight, and it's 4 o'clock here. So
Yeah, that's right.
just
Because remember, you texted me, and I was like getting ready for work. I'm like, it's like 3 a.m. where he's at. Why is he sleep? Why is he
yeah,
texting me?
you're like, why are you awake right now? And I'm
Yeah.
like, dog, I haven't even slept. Oh, I've been struggling. And honestly,
Oh man.
I thought the adjustment was gonna be just fine. I didn't think I was gonna have an issue, and all of a sudden, I'm just like, yep, I'm struggling.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like,
It's rough. It's rough. Um, it took me a while, man. I was like, I remember sitting at my desk at work, and I'm just like struggling. A couple times, I'm like typing up an email. I'm like.
and it's crazy because
Oh,
like I think about coming back home and getting on the plane and going from Tokyo. We had to take the Skyliner, take it to Narita Airport. That whole thing, all that was so smooth. That whole
hmm
part, flying over smooth. I landed at LAX. I went through immigration smooth. I was like, oh, dude, this is cake. Then Friday night happened.
hmm
Didn't sleep.
Damn.
I was struggling. But
Yeah.
we do have a couple people in the chat already. We got Mr. Andrew Ackerman, who was at Celebration with us as well.
Nice.
I think he might have left somewhere close to the same time as I did.
Yeah.
Um, but I ran into him a few times. He was there when I found my mic. That's a whole
Oh,
different story.
really?
It's a whole different story for
We'll
later.
get into that later, guys.
Yeah. And we also have Nick. What's up, Nick?
Yeah.
Welcome to the stream. So, you boys, best part of celebration for you guys.
Hmm.
Running
For
into my
me,
friends. Running into
yeah, I
my
was gonna
friends.
say hanging out with you was probably the best part. Because this was the first time we met in person, guys. We've obviously been doing these streams and chit chatting online and FaceTimes off, on the background and phone calls and all that. But oh, somebody said no audio.
Is it from me or is it from Gianni?
Can you hear me or can you hear neither of us?
Because I want to know too.
Yeah.
Oh,
Nerd, no audio.
me no audio. Really? Hmm.
I hear you fine.
Interesting.
Oh, Nick
Oh,
says he
Nick can
can
hear it.
hear
Yeah.
audio.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
But yeah, I definitely. You know what? Running into everybody, finding our friends. Even spending time before celebration started, after celebration, but also even running into people who do sub to us. I ran in, you were actually, yeah, Johnny, you were there. That we met someone in line for Tamora Morrison, and she's like, "Oh, I
hmm
follow you on TikTok." I was like, "No
Yeah.
way,"
Yeah.
So that honestly, like, yeah, celebration was great. Getting a chance to meet different actors and getting signatures was awesome. The panels were fun. Well, my one panel I went to, but it was the mixture of seeing friends and meeting new people and meeting people like, "Oh, I already subscribed to you." I'm like, that is awesome.
It's amazing. It's
Getting
amazing.
getting getting that connection is always so much fun.
Well, were you there on day 3 when we were about to leave and that family stopped me?
Yes. Yeah. At the very,
That's
very, we're at the front door, right by the celebration stage.
Yep. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
They're like, "Yo, we watch your videos," and they were clearly from Japan.
Yeah.
And they took a photo with me with their kid and stuff like that. Like, that's wild. That's I'm like, you know who I am? That's insane.
Yeah. And
But
and
it
it
was
was
so
honestly,
humbling.
it was such a great time. And it's doing this, our podcast, our videos, and everything that we've done over the past year or two, whatever.
Mhm.
the best part is knowing someone, you help somebody, or they watch your videos, or you've recommended something, and if they bought it, or anything in that sense. So you recommended,
Yeah.
hey, I went ate here, try this place, it's so good.
Yeah.
And they're grateful for it, and you get to know these people. They follow you on Instagram, you still talk to them on Instagram. So celebration isn't just a celebration of Star Wars, but a celebration of fans coming together,
Yeah.
and that it just creates a whole different environment. And it's like you said, it's very humbling and very rewarding, honestly.
And it also, what's the right word I'm looking for? It solidifies the friendships across all the across the entire world. Like, we've got friends from Australia, the UK, Canada, just all over the place, and we all feel like we're super close and super tight. But then, like, this was a combination of years and years of like live streams and all of this, and then we're finally meeting in person and getting to hang
Exactly.
out. And to be honest, like, you would think that it might feel, I don't know, I don't want to say awkward or weird because you've never met this person. So there's always that wonder, like, how's that relation going to be? How's it going to
I
facilitate that
was just I
relationship
was
in
just
person?
about to say that too. Yep.
Right? But then it's like you don't even skip a beat. It's like nothing changes. It's the same thing, the same person, and that makes it all the more special. But then you get to be in the panels. Like, we got to go to the Ahsoka panel. It was you, me, Marley, and AJ, and I think that was the first time all four of us got to hang out together at once. Um, and it felt like normal. Like we've been doing that forever. And that's just very special. So I would say that would be the best part of celebration for me, is just everybody, collectively getting together.
Also, it's a bit of confirmation too, because I remember 2 years ago in London. That was when I first met Jesse Kyberphonic and Sam Absolute Sabers and Ryan of Black Star Sabers. And it's funny, when I met them, it was in London. They were on the side of Big Ben. They were right there. I was across the street waiting for
Mm-hmm.
the light to turn green. I'm sitting, I'm like, man, is this going to translate? Like, is all going to be the same? And then
Mm-hmm.
immediately we all just got along as if we've been hanging out the entire time. And that's exactly what happened this year again. It
Yeah,
just kept going and going and going. So definitely that's honestly, it's not even just celebration. Every con that we go to, that's always the best part. That elevates the
100%.
con to a whole new level.
Absolutely. And I think too, like, this is a trip because celebrate, like, we have cons that happen consistently throughout the year. And obviously we don't all, it's not as big a celebration in the fact of, like, not everybody's flying all over the world for this. Um, but I think something about celebration, it only happening, every couple of years, and it's like this buildup, this swell. There's live streams, there's photos, there's a crap ton of planning and phone calls, and text messages, and saving money, and there's just this whole thing that just culminates, and then it just like explodes once we're there. It's just all the more special.
Yep. And I
Yeah,
mean, we gotta wait 2 more years to do it again. But I mean, there's definitely be moments between we're all trying to find a way to get together again. But
for sure.
and this is the best part about its celebration, is people who either follow you, or you spoken to over the course of 2 years, and then finally you run into them and like, hey, do you remember blah blah blah? I'm like, of course I remember. Like,
Hmm.
we've been talking for how long now? Of course I remember. And
Yeah.
it's been a lot of fun, but also exhausting, because at first, honestly, I didn't even get my voice back until the third day.
Yeah,
It
I
was all
remember you
messed up.
telling me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was not fun. Justin Ortiz, welcome back to the States. Sick looking celebration. It was crowded, and you
Yeah.
know what? Past celebrations, Friday and Sundays are usually the easier days, and then Saturday is the crazy day. Friday was the crazy day.
It was.
Saturday was the chill day,
And
and
we
Sunday
thought
picked back
Saturday
up.
was gonna be worse,
Yes, and
and
then
it
Sunday
wasn't.
picked back up again, and it was busy again. I was like, damn,
Yep.
it's the whole reverse. I
Yeah.
didn't expect that at all.
Nope. I wonder if, like, they were like, like, people, since they were traveling to Japan, they were like, okay, we're gonna go Friday, we're gonna go do Japan things Saturday, and then thinking Sunday was gonna be slow, everybody went back Sunday, maybe. I don't know. I don't know what the thought process of that was. Um,
And
yeah.
Sunday was supposed to be my chill day. Like I was like, oh, I'll just do a half day. I'll leave at like
Mm-hmm.
2 or 3. Nope. We stayed
Nope.
until the very, very end.
Yeah. But that was cool because we got to do the um what's it called at the end there?
Oh, the closing ceremony.
Closing ceremony, which
And we
is
also
super
find
dope.
out exactly where Celebration's going to be right here. And this is the only reason why I'm not wearing a Celebration shirt. You asked me why. He asked me in backstage. He's like, "Where's your hat? Where's your
Yeah.
Celebration hat?" I was like, "Just wait, sir. Just wait."
Let's
And this is the only reason why I'm not wearing it is due to that announcement. So I am so hyped for that.
Yeah, what is that, like a 40-minute flight for you?
About 45.
Yeah.
It's about a 45-minute flight and then a nice 15-minute Uber to get to the convention center. So,
Yeah, I'm jealous.
I mean, speaking of that, and this is actually a great opportunity to talk about this now that we're talking about it, is this. I actually already got this ready for anyone who's either watching now or watching the stream later. Here is the convention center right in the center of the screen. So this is the LA Convention Center. That's assuming they're doing it at the LA Convention Center.
They are. It's
And
confirmed.
it's confirmed. Okay, because
Yeah.
reason why I say that, they say Tokyo, Japan. It wasn't even Tokyo.
It was
It was
Chiba.
Chiba.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I got that ready just in case. But LA Convention Center. This is usually I've been here once. I went here for E3, probably like 7 years ago. And so right here, I'm assuming it's gonna be one huge banner right in there that's gonna show Star Wars Celebration, and then just above it, Staples Center, not crypto. I don't care what anyone says. But I already highlighted some of the areas that there's going to be hotels. The crazy thing about this, and this is where I was kind of thinking about Celebration, it is April 1st to the 4th, correct?
Yeah, it's a 4-day celebration.
Okay. That's basketball season.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Mm-hmm. And so there were days when we were in Japan that there were Laker games going on.
Yeah.
And the Clippers. Boo. So if there is a game going on, especially during that weekend, definitely expect some of these room rates to go up.
That's a good point.
This is a Marriott. This is $824. I'm not doing that.
It's crazy.
But that's directly across the street from Crypto, which you can see it's a short walk to get to Staples Center. Staples Center, the convention center. So in this vicinity right here is where all the hotels are. Now, I wouldn't recommend going this way because then that side of town's not the greatest.
10-4.
Right. So,
okay, good to know.
Ideally, so you can see right here 110, 98, 126, 97, 179. It's just not the greatest area in LA to be at. Now, if you're trying to stay closer to the con, it's going to be here, but you can see the variety and prices that we're looking at right now. Right. So 161, 298. It's a 7-minute car ride. So 1.3 miles away. If you're using Uber, 430, mind you, you're going to be there for how many days? So keep that in mind, especially when you're looking at somewhere to stay. If you want to stay close to where Celebration is going to be, and expect those prices to go up, especially if there's going to be a Laker game that night.
Yeah. In April, when does playoffs hit?
It just started. Like, so for instance, the Lakers it's the game 4 just finished.
Right. So it could be playoff season.
Yes.
Or just on the cusp of it. So there could be like a really important game or whatever, and that's going to make prices go crazy if they have any home games.
So definitely, keep that in mind. Once you start expanding and going further away, oh, look, Little Tokyo. You can head there, but you can see the prices there drop. But you're looking at a 12-minute car ride if you're doing Uber or if you're renting a car. I would personally not recommend driving there. It's a shit show.
Okay.
Especially if there is a game. The majority of the parking lot, for instance, so here is one convention center parking lot here. And then there's, I forget what the parking lot is. I think it's right under Staples Center. I'm still going to call it Staples Center forever. But it's been years since I went to a game. but there is parking structures on there, but you're going to pay for parking. It's going to be full. The best thing, especially for this spot of LA, just Uber.
Okay.
Just Uber.
Good to know.
So you're looking at anywhere between $100 to $400 a night, depending on where you stay. If you want to stay directly across, $865. This is the Ritz Carlton. It's in the 800s. So definitely keep that in mind. And especially if you're traveling to LA just for celebration, you don't plan on doing anything else. You're gonna fly in Thursday, leave Monday, right?
Right.
If that's what you're planning to do, the airport is right here. So it's
a little bit of a trip.
About a 20-minute drive. Not too bad.
Oh, it's not too bad.
If you do the side streets, it's not terrible. It's not really not that bad. But again, you see the room rates here: 164, 164, 202, 237. It gets expensive, especially if you're gonna be there just for 4 days. But keep in mind, you do have about a 20-minute drive when it gets to here, all the way to whether it's gonna be your hotel or straight to the convention center. That's assuming if they do the whole thing with the badges again, where we have to go pick it up the day before.
I hope so. This was my first celebration, guys. So I don't have anything to compare it to, but I believe in the past they would ship you the badges and any kind of merch that you probably would have pre-ordered at that time too, right?
Yeah, when I did it, I got my lanyard and my pass for all 3 days.
Yep. See,
And this is weird.
That's the way to do it. Yeah, that would have been dope, because then all the people that were waited 5-6 hours in line to pick up their pre-orders and their badges wouldn't have had to do that.
Exactly. And I mean, I've heard rumors of different cons experiencing loss of badges, and then now they have to make new ones, so it costs them money to do it. So it was easier for them to have us come pick it up.
Yeah, but the waits were crazy.
Did you wait that long?
No, remember you and me, we walked in.
Oh yeah. Because mine was 20 minutes, and then I forgot I got a lanyard. I was like, oh crap. So then I had to go to the other line just to grab my lanyard.
Yeah.
It's not too bad, but still, it's LA, whether it's 9 a.m, 4 or 5 p.m, there's traffic.
Yeah.
So that's the other thing. You're going to want to be prepared for that, just because if you're not staying close by, if you're not staying within this vicinity, this is the highway right here. It's going to be blood red. Blood red. Seriously. If just the amount of traffic over there, dude, that's why I don't live in LA anymore. It's wild.
Got me stressed out. 2 years out. No.
We got 2 years.
Oh, man. Okay. Well, that's good to know. And we'll have to keep a tab on that. Maybe we'll just do a big old Airbnb.
And that's definitely an option. That's something that we've already kind of talked about. But I mean, can you imagine Airbnb within this area? And the scary thing about that, and to think about, is once you get to this side of LA, it's not the greatest area.
Yep.
And if your Airbnb is here, keep that in mind.
No, I'm trying to get a penthouse suite. No.
Oh, so if that's the case, right here, downtown LA, 11. There you go. And it's a motel. It's 2.6 stars for $1,000.
Oh my gosh.
Mm-hmm. I'm not sure why it's that expensive. But again, these are the options. Look, this is nice too. Have some drinks up there. I don't even drink, but I have some drinks up there. But this is dating for May, so within a week and a half. But once it comes available for celebration, I don't know how soon they will be. But just keep in mind, this is the vicinity you're going to want to be at, especially if you have to pick up your badge on a Thursday or a Wednesday, or for however many days you're going to be there.
Yeah. Hot damn. I will say, guys, because I was pretty upset. Yeah, you'll see those of you who watch my videos, you'll see I'm dropping a celebration hall video in the next couple of days. It's already recorded and edited. I just gotta create a thumbnail and drop it. But kind of my whole deal with the celebration store, I would say one of the biggest thing I learned, because I really, really wanted that celebration hat, like the regular one. And I couldn't get it. And I'm still like searching online trying to see if anybody's selling one. But I think I'll just like do the order ahead of time and then just like wait the time to pick it up just to know that like my stuff is secured.
Well, for after London, they reopened the store online. You were able to buy some stuff. I just don't remember if hats was part of it.
Yeah.
But definitely they should reopen the store for whatever is left from Celebration.
Right. But there's no hat. The hats were sold out. So
Oh, completely.
yeah.
Okay. How long did you wait in line? Because that was Sunday. You went right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah.
Yep.
How long were you in there before you got in?
I went at I guess like a good time, so it was like an hour.
That's not bad.
No.
That's a really good. That's actually not bad at all. Because when I went, it was 5 hours. It was crazy.
Well, what happened was I got in because they had the line outside and then there's the line inside.
Mhm.
So I
Oh, here,
get
let me show you.
inside. You got a picture of it?
Oh no, I got the whole thing.
Oh, okay. So as I get inside,
So
my
you can
wife
see
is
when
already my
it's
wife's
crazy. Look at
already
that.
in there. Oh God, yeah. See, that's what I'm trying to avoid. So I get inside and my wife's already in there because she was like, I ain't got nothing to do. Let me see if I could get in. And I started talking to somebody. I was like, yo, they're like, oh, wait, she's got a, because we had our baby. We had our daughter there. She's like, wait, your daughter and your wife is in that line? I'm like, yeah. So they pulled us out. They pulled her out and let us go into the accessibility line because we had like the stroller and the whole thing. So that's what made it short.
Yeah, because I felt I felt so bad walking through this. I was just like, bye. You know what I mean? Like literally, you go to the very, very front. I was like, oh,
That's what we did. The same line you're walking
yeah,
through. That's where the one we went through.
I felt like an asshole. And I'm just
Or
like,
actually the one to the right.
I'm like vlogging it and just and then I felt so bad, dude. I really did. I was like, oh god,
Oh
I
no.
felt crap. Justin Ortiz, for I'm stressing. I've worked in LA and I know it's crazy, but the wife and I are still excited. Has become a new super fan and seeing Gianni's vlogs, we will definitely be planning to go. See? And
Yeah.
then Louise, do you think the next celebration in Los Angeles is to pay for all the damage from the fires? That's actually a really good question, to be honest. And I know a lot of people over there got screwed, especially when it came to their insurance.
Yeah.
And so I have family in LA, and my older sister, no, my brother had to evacuate. And my sister was on evacuation notice.
Damn.
So it's scary, man. So I wouldn't be surprised if there is some form of Red Cross there for it. Although it's 2 years from now, everything's still gone.
Yeah.
It's gonna take long. It's gonna take longer for them to rebuild, and it's the most unfortunate thing. So, and I think when it comes down to that too, and this is the only reason why I'm saying this is because I saw some of it in Japan, was while everyone's in LA, just stay respectful.
Yeah.
I saw some things in Japan where people were so disrespectful, and I was just like, yo, this is why people don't like us. This is why Japan's raising their prices for everything, and you need a visa to go in. So the best that we can do is obviously be respectful and do the best we can to be respectful for what we're doing there, and don't act a fool. But 99.9% of what I experienced at Celebration, everybody was respectful. There was just that 0.1 of people outside of Celebration. So 100% the fans were not the issue. It's just other people coming in, kind of causing a ruckus.
Yeah, I didn't see anything kind of crazy. I feel like how many people you think were at Celebration?
I saw a number. It was over 100,000.
Yeah.
They said it was over 120 different countries. I think it totaled 120,000, I believe.
Yep.
And I don't
And it
know if
was
that even
chill.
counts. Yeah, I don't know if that even counts for the additional tickets that were added for Sunday. Because I think it was Thursday, Saturday night or early Sunday morning, a message went out on the app and it said additional tickets available for Sunday.
Yep. Yeah, I don't know, but it was chill. There was nothing crazy. Like
Nope.
MegaCon and Comic Con, those things are buck wild. And when I say chill, I mean it was hectic and there's a lot of people, but everybody was like respectful, kind of doing their own thing. Everybody was very happy. It was a very like kind con, I would say. It was cool.
And speaking of kind, so in okay, so I did lose my mic for
Yeah.
my camera, and I lost it at like 10 a.m.
Yep.
on Saturday. I went back at 4:30, and I happened to run into Andrew, who's in the chat as well. And he's like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "I'm looking for my mic. I don't know if I should retrace my steps." He went with me to Lost and Found, wasn't there, and kept walking around. I was like, "Okay." I ran into Ricky right here, went there, said hi to him, walked around. You texted me your booth number that you were standing
Hmm.
at. I went there. I shit you not. I went, it's like intersections like this and like this. It's like,
Yep.
okay, so here, okay, there's the number. This is where I met him. He was right here. And then I walked over here and my mic is right there. Found it on the floor.
No.
And one of the guys at the booth, a Japanese booth, him and the other one were also from Japan as well, took the mic, set it on the floor next to his booth in case anybody came back for it. And then with the way I reacted to finding it, when I picked it up and I was like, oh my gosh, like it's here. I looked at Andrew. I was like, oh my God. And the gentleman was like, is this yours? I was like, I've been looking everywhere for it. And he just started like celebrating with me.
Wow.
And then the booth next to him knew about the mic and celebrated with us too. And we're
Dude,
cheering.
that's crazy.
Yeah.
Wow.
Like they were waiting for someone to come back for it.
Just a different culture, man.
Yeah, because if it was here, it would have been gone. They would have taken
Gone.
it. It would have been in Vegas already.
Yeah, that's a fact.
It was
Damn, that's so
insane.
cool.
Yeah, the only thing that's missing is the magnet, and I don't even care.
No, because
I
we can
re-
get another magnet.
I already replaced it,
Easy.
but that saved not even just the vlog. That saved everything else for me.
Yeah.
That made my entire day. The fact that they kept it.
I remember when you told me you found it. I'm like, how? Because
Yeah,
we looked around.
we did. We walked around together, and I
Yep.
saw you, and we were supposed to, okay, let's go to the Ahsoka panel. And we took one step, and I went,
That
my
was
mic's
it.
gone. And we walked a little bit around. We went back to the booth. Wasn't there.
Damn.
Wild, dude.
Just a different culture, man. They guys like they just care. I don't it's just a different level of hospitality. They are not a consumer like culture. They are very about the people, like
Yeah.
in their own community.
They're very disciplined,
Very disciplined.
which is I experienced it going from Shinkansen to trains to elevators to I can't stop bowing, dude. Even
Really?
now. Yeah. Because okay, so okay, here in America, if everyone in the chat right now is from America, if you let someone go first, what do? Usually you nod, smile, and direct
Yep.
your hands like, go ahead, go first, right? In
Right.
Japan, it's and then you go, or you do it and they go. And so I'm at work and I'm doing this, bowing, telling everybody you can go first. And I have to realize I'm not in Japan anymore. So I kind of just use my hands and redirect it with my hands now.
Yeah.
Wild
No,
stuff, man.
it's beautiful, man. How they're just so concerned about the community and not themselves.
Yeah.
They're not individualistic. It's just beautiful. I mean, their cleanliness, like in the streets, it was a massive cities. There was not a gum wrapper or a gum stain on the streets. Like
I was in Tokyo and I was staying in Shinjuku and there was trash everywhere.
in Shinjuku, I didn't go there.
Oh, it was really bad. It
Really?
That was on it. If I had to say out of the whole trip, that was the worst part. Was going to Shinjuku,
Oh, okay.
and
I
I
didn't
was
go
staying
there.
there for I was staying there for a few days. You know where the Godzilla hotel is?
Mhm.
Yeah, trash everywhere, and I was like, I miss Osaka. I miss Kyoto. Like, I
Yeah.
miss the cleanliness. I miss the mom and pop restaurants were right around the corner. I miss all that. I miss all the food, and it was definitely a different vibe. And if I were to ever go back to Japan, I probably may not do Tokyo again. And if I
Yeah,
do,
I'd
it's a
probably
day trip.
stay
It's yeah.
I'd probably stay in Kyoto.
Yeah, I
That was
loved
my
it over
favorite
there.
spot. Favorite spot,
Did
hands
everybody
down.
in the chat all go to Celebration? I'm curious.
No, Justin
Everybody
didn't.
did.
I know for sure. Nick didn't go. I know that.
So just Andrew so far.
Yeah.
So a couple of things in Celebration that we both weren't happy about. Hot toys.
Brother, I got man. So there was, I don't know if you have photos pulled up at all for this, right? No, maybe.
Let me see. I might
Um,
have the video.
so I wanted specifically, I wanted the Stormtrooper with the cherry blossoms on it, and I was up in the air, and I was gonna make a game time decision on the Anakin, Darth Vader. Um, they sold out day one on Friday, which, excuse my language, is all right, I'm not gonna say it, but it's bull crap because they specifically said that Hot Toys was only gonna allocate or allow 2 Hot Toys per person was the max that they can purchase. Guys, people were walking out with bags and bags of the same hot toy. It's not like they had like one Anakin, one Stormtrooper, one Darth Vader, one Grogu.
It was like 9 Anakins and 5 Grogus, and I was just like, dude,
Right.
this is insane. There is a picture someone sent me of a cart, and it had 3 different layers of a cart with
Yep.
all Anakins that someone took.
And it was SRAM wrapped, right?
Yep.
Yep. And it's like that's such crap because now, because guys, all of those people, they weren't buying 9 Anakins for themselves, right? What are they gonna do? They're gonna resell them. And so for the people who are actually at Celebration and wanted these pieces to kind of commemorate this moment and this time in history for them, they got robbed of that, you know?
100%.
And not just them, like, I say that, like, because I'm also speaking, like, for me. I wanted that Anakin and I wanted that Stormtrooper so bad, and I got effed. I couldn't get it. Like, and so I'm salty. I'm pissed off about it, you know? And so
And
it just
they're on
is
eBay right now for $1,200.
12. I saw one for like 1,400. I'm like,
This is crazy.
so now I'll never have this because of 2 reasons. Resellers, which is bullshit. And because Hot Toys didn't do what they were supposed to do and manage their inventory properly.
Well,
Because
now
if they
look at this.
did, we wouldn't have had this issue.
Look at the video. I recorded this part when we're on our way up. That whole thing right there is the line.
Yep.
There was a line, and it's funny,
Yep.
you said it in my vlog. There's a line for a line.
You
to
gotta
get into
find it.
another line. Look. Let me see if I can stop it right there.
Yep.
Go back. So this is one line to go to this line to go to another line. There were 3 different lines. So the chances of us even getting it were also slim, but we were
Yeah.
completely screwed for the line and the resellers. And they were on eBay that night, which is
Yep.
the most wild thing. And I think the only thing we have good going for us, because Vader sold out, Anakin sold out, is the fact that Sideshow is getting these.
Yeah. But it's not gonna have the, I don't know if it's called the kimono or whatever.
Oh yeah, it's not gonna have it now. You know,
Like,
so yeah, Will Fox Foxification got his for $1,200. I would not pay $1,200 for it.
no shot.
I would rather buy the original dark side Anakin that came out 2016 or 17 right now. You can buy that secondhand.
Yep.
Cheapest I saw on eBay was 400 is what it sold for, and right now it's at 400 to 500. I would rather pay 400 or 500 for that version, and I'd be satisfied with it.
Yeah. No, I agree.
Yeah. And then here's another thing. Grogu.
Today.
Okay.
I got the email today for pre-order.
At Celebration, he was going for $400.
Mm-hmm.
$270 for pre-order right now. So if anyone wanted Grogu, you're saving $130 because at Celebration, it was $400.
Oh, I didn't even realize that.
Or was it $350? I don't remember, but it wasn't $270.
Yeah.
I have to check back in the videos because I have to convert the yen again. I completely changed my thing.
I didn't check the price on the Grogu because at the time I was like, I don't know.
That's the only good news is the fact that this Grogu and that Stormtrooper is going to be available on Sideshow.
Yeah, that's dope. But my thing is like I understand the Grogu because it said like Celebration pre-release exclusive, so that means obviously you get it right there and then where you got to pre-order it here. But the Vader is coming out, the dueling effect Vader.
Oh yeah,
They're gonna drop that, but it said Japan exclusive there.
Yeah, I mean, it could have just been exclusive for that moment, to be honest. But I see it, and I'm seeing posts from Sideshow. They're posting that Dark Side Anakin, and they're supposed to be 1,500 being released on top of what was 1,000 from Celebration. I think Celebration was 1,500 release at Celebration, and then additional 1,000 will also go out.
Yeah,
but at least I don't know. I'm debating on. I already have Grogu. I already have the hot toy version of him. The one that came out 4 years ago.
it's probably not much different.
The only difference is this one. His ears come off, so you can change the direction of his ears. They're magnets.
The new one?
No, the old one. The new one, it just stays like that. And then the old one, you can actually move his mouth.
Oh,
so it's like you can have it open, or you can give him that pouty face that he has right there, which is pretty freaking adorable.
Oh, so it's better.
But in ways, it's better. But I think from the colors that I see here and his cloak that he's wearing, and you get the bag. Not like I'm going to use the bag, but the sculpt looks a lot better. I'm curious to know. Actually, I should probably watch the reviews now. I'm sure someone came out with one already. Is the face, because the old one was like a rubber or silicone on his face. And I'm assuming this does too, but not really too sure yet.
No, I want him for sure. I want the Anakin. I want the Stormtrooper. But if I had to choose, I'll take the Stormtrooper. I just really wanted it.
Because you signed up for that, right? Because I remember I texted you it. I was like, hey, yeah, and you're like, oh, I already did it.
Yep, done. Already pre-signed up. Yeah, so
some do some of the crazy markup celebration or crazy EFX. That's crazy. I know. I saw that too. That they went for $850, $950, and they should be within the 500 range.
Insane.
Like I would not have bought that.
No,
hell no.
I did end up buying Hot Toys, though.
Did you? You went to Toy Sapien, didn't you?
No, I got them there.
Did you?
I got them at the con. I got this.
Oh shit! I didn't even know you ended up getting it. Hell yeah!
Yeah, I got that. And a little.
I remember you said you wanted Maul. I remember you said you wanted him too.
Yeah. So I ended up getting those. You guys can see a little bit more of that on the haul video I'll be dropping, and then I will be dropping reviews on both of those. But I was in the store. I was like, just so upset that I think I like emotionally bought them.
Yeah, but you also really wanted them too.
Yeah. It's just they weren't my plan A.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I mean, I wanted that Vader at first. I didn't want it. And I was like, I could use another Vader. But then I had the other Vader back here with the cracked mask. And then that new one comes out this year, which is like fully just screwed up. I want that one too. That's like $450 for that one. We'll see.
See what Will of the Force. Welcome to the chat, brother.
Oh, this is the most wild thing. I'm so glad Will brought this up. This is so wild. The Black Series run, it was available at Amazon the next day shipping. Oh, dude, a lot of people were pissed because they're like, I thought it was a Star Wars Celebration exclusive. Nope, they released it that day, and
Yep.
a few friends already got it that
Oh
next day.
yeah. And you
So
didn't have to
what
even
was the
ship
point?
it.
No, what was the point of it being so exclusive?
So dumb.
We got Frankie in the chat too. Does that Grogu come in an extra medium? His bag does though. His bag comes in an extra medium with bubbles.
It's a schmedium.
It's a medium. But yeah, no, that's
Kenobi.
I think that's pretty messed up too. Like I know a lot of people were waiting in line for Ronin, to get him, and then it's like, oh hey, by the way, that hour you waited in line for, you shouldn't have done it because
Well,
Amazon they're gonna release it anyways, which is insane to me. I would have
yeah.
been pissed.
He said I bought them out of spite. I did. I did buy them out of spite. I was in line. I'm like, you know what? Damn everybody, I'm buying these things.
You walked away with the middle finger proudly too.
That's what I did.
I know you for sure did.
Because I was in line. I was like, you know what? Maybe if they still have the Vader, I'll get the Vader. Like I really want the Anakin and I want the Stormtrooper, but if they have the Vader, maybe I'll just.
The only thing I don't like about the Anakin is the hair. There's something about the hair I don't like, and I'm trying to figure out why I don't like it. But everything else looks amazing. Also, Fanboy Cantino, welcome to chat. Said the Japanese packaging has Japanese language on the outside band versus the English and the Amazon version. So that's the two biggest difference.
Okay, that's good to know.
Which the Japanese version, I think it's worth keeping that one as an exclusive, but not opening it for the purpose of the box being, the Japanese, and then buy the one from Amazon and then open that one if you really wanted to.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
Andrew says, bro, I might need that Grogu. How about you buy my Grogu so I can buy the new one? Just a thought. Will said it was also $35 cheaper on Amazon.
Holy shit.
Hair looks like your grandma's rusted.
What are they calling it? Like artesian style or something?
Yeah, the artisan version.
Artisan, yeah.
Okay, so at least I'm not the only one who feels like the hair is weird.
Yeah, it's because it's like hair. It's not like a sculpt.
Yeah, but you know what? When they did the Joker, they did the artisan version of the Joker with the Heath Ledger's.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect.
Really?
And then I look at Anakin. I'm like, that looks just weird.
But does Anakin's hair is like very specific?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I don't know.
It's like
it's just weird to me.
It's got this texture and this like flow that only Hayden can do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Frankie says the buying experience at Celebration event just sounds like a nightmare. I didn't buy a damn thing at Celebration except when I got my fast pass to go into the store. Besides that, I didn't buy a damn thing.
Do you have the clip on your vlog of me talking about like being pissed off not being able to buy?
I sure do. Yeah. Was that day 1 or day 2?
I forget. I think it was day 1. It's day 1. It was day 1 because I don't know if the audio will play though. Let's see. Is this it? Yeah, that's it. I think that's it. Maybe. Is the audio gonna play? No, I can't hear anything. There's no audio.
Look.
I can't hear it. I don't think they can hear it either. No.
But like, he's at a line that's 4 miles, then a line for a line, and another line.
Go watch that video. It's just funny. I'm like, yeah, I'll be lucky we end up leaving with a pair of socks.
I'm gonna leave the link to this in the chat, and if you guys want to skip everything, you're more than welcome to. But it's 6 minutes and 30 seconds in, and it's hilarious because he said he'll be lucky if he leaves with a pair of socks, which I didn't even get anything. All I bought was from the store. I bought me a jersey that said Star Wars Celebration on it, and I grabbed it, walked around for a second, came back, all the jerseys were gone. I bought the homie George a shirt, Frankie a poster, Nilda a shirt, and then I got lucky. They restocked on more shirts. So I bought my girl a shirt and my daughter a shirt.
Tight.
So, and that was it. And I was there for an hour and a half.
When I ended up, well, first of all, let me go back. So with the Hot Toys thing, I ended up getting in there. There was only like 5 or 6 Vaders on the shelf. So I was like, shit, scoop, right? And then there was like maybe 15, 20 of the malls. I was like, I told my wife I was just gonna walk out with one.
You see what happened was,
Damn it, I'm a grown
uh,
man. I'm a grown man. And you know what? Better to ask for forgiveness later. We riding.
so
We
true.
riding that dog.
That's it's funny. It's exactly what I do when I buy something new. You know, my girl goes, "What's in the box?" I'm like, so I always have
Yeah.
to try and make something up.
Oh
Um,
man.
uh,
And so kind of had the same
Andrew,
experience. Once I got into the Celebration store, I was like, there was like nothing left. I really wanted that hat, and you know, it wasn't there. I found this hat, and I'm happy with it, but it's not like the one that I wanted. And so I just started buying, like grabbing stuff out of spite, just like you were saying earlier. I was just
and
like, you know what? It's
you're saying F
available.
you. You're saying F you the whole time, like fuck you and fuck
Yep.
you and same
Yeah.
thing. Just fuck you, motherfucker. You're doing the whole. What was it from Home Alone when he's a
Yep.
grabbing everything because you knew you wanted to.
That's exactly it. I was like, I don't even care. I got like chopsticks. I got just random things. I was like, just because.
You
But
got the sake set just to get it for 40. It was $40 for that sake set, which is wild to me.
yeah, I didn't get that, but I did get some random stuff that I definitely didn't need to buy, but
So
just
Andrew
because.
he's got a good point here too. He says, "I'm so hooked on the full scale Ronin they had display when I went and bought one." Did you saw that Ronin, right? Inside the pavilion, the anime pavilion?
Trying to think.
The the Ronin's lightsaber that was sitting in the glass case next to the umbrella.
Oh yeah.
That was a fire. I need someone to make an accurate size. And I think there is somebody working on it now.
Like a
Either Jawa,
lightsaber?
yeah, I think it's Jawa's Junkyard or I forgot. I saw somebody post it recently that they're making a and their sizing is going off of what was at Celebration.
Really?
Yeah, it should be pretty sick. But I'd
Is it going to
imagine
be
it's
different than the one that I have here?
yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. If I find it, I'll send it to you. Jawa's
Tight.
Junkyard. Yeah. So Andrew said Jawa's Junkyard. Yes. I have a couple of Jawa's Junkyard actually. They're heavy, but they're beautiful. They're beautifully done.
Tight. Well, we're 10 minutes up against it for Andor. This was kind of like a Andor pre-show in a sense. But did we have any other tabs?
Let's see. What do I have left? Mall.
Mall
I'm
got
stoked for this.
pumped for that.
There's so much I could talk about this, and I really, really hope we get what I'm hoping for. I hope we get a Maul versus Vader.
Yeah.
Because of the way he reacted in Rebels regarding Vader. This is where it has to happen. Either this or if there's a season 2, I'm really hoping this is when it happens.
That's a good point. They might do like a long, elaborate season 1 because I think when Sam Witwer was talking about it, he mentioned something on the live stage. I was watching a replay the other day and saying that he was upset, like, jokingly upset with Dave Filoni because Dave Filoni has lore that he's been holding back, and it's lore that he worked on with George Lucas about Maul and that he hasn't been telling anybody about. So there's lore that's been written and worked on directly with Dave and George that is going to be coming out in this show. So I almost wonder if there's going to be a nice long season 1 kind of breaking all that down. And then maybe the culmination would be in season 2 with maybe like a Maul Vader battle. That'd be wild.
I'm hoping for 12 episodes. I think that's being generous, right?
Why not 12? Why not 20?
Is that too much? I'll take 20. I'll take 20. That works for me. Probably the last announcement that I was able to find, which I am so excited for, is KR Sabers, which is my favorite custom lightsaber company, higher end, finally dropping or about to their Vader. This
Mm,
is their Vader that they're coming out with. And
it's nice.
I don't know if you did you see the vlog where Jose was holding onto a metal chassis?
I did. And it was lighting
That
up.
that's what that goes in. So that whole thing goes into that.
No way.
Spins, it twists and unlocks. It has a Kyber crystal in there, and it has God, what's this other thing called? Not NFC tags. What are they called? Little tags or whatever. But when you pull it out and put it in a different crystal, it changes the font instead of you pressing the button. It's different. It's
That's
pretty
dope.
badass.
That's dope.
Oh, the Twilight Girl. Yeah, that Twilight Girl is definitely Darth Talon. Yes, and I think that's in Maul. We're gonna get Darth Talon with the start of it.
Yeah.
We also do get. Oh, was that? What's the new show of whatever the Underworld? Tales of the Underworld. That's
Yeah.
next week.
May 4th. That's next
That's
week.
next.
Holy
That's
crap.
next week. Yep. And I am going to guess this is where Ventress dies.
No.
Mm-hmm.
Don't say that.
Probably episode 6. Her final because you know how they do 3 episodes of one character, 3 of the other. It's gonna be Ventress's goodbye for sure.
Shut your mouth. Shut your mouth. Don't say that. Shh.
It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen.
Don't say that. Shush it. Shush esophagus.
Shut your mouth.
Shut your mouth.
You caught Andor season 2 already, right? The first 3 episodes.
Yeah. What I think, I like it. I like it. I think it's really good. I mean, how do I put this? It is, man. I feel like Ahsoka, right? Let's just say, like in terms of like more recent Star Wars stuff, is more Star Wars feeling, right? Like I feel like Ahsoka feels more Star Wars, um, but I like it. Like I'm really enjoying it. I love how vast and like grand the sets are, and the shots because they're shooting like in the UK with practical sets. You know, they're not in the volume, and I'm loving that. The graphics with the TIE fighters and stuff like that look amazing. The script is great. I think the acting has been great, so I'm really enjoying it. We'll see how it continues to develop.
Yeah, there's controversy already with episode 3, which I
with
get
the
it.
with the grape.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
can't say that. I was gonna say something else. But yeah, I mean,
It
it's
doesn't bother
tough.
me personally.
It's tough. I see why it bother people, but I think the only good I really can see coming out of something as controversial as that is this does have to do with a woman, which unfortunately happens in the real world. And it's
Mhm.
really freaking sad to know that happens in the real world. But I
Yes.
think with her character, she's going to overcome what she's experiencing and what she has experienced.
Yep.
And it's going to show her how strong of not even just of a woman she is, but as a character that she's going to become coming
Yep.
out of this. And we'll just wait to the end of Andor. We're going to see a different person in her. She's going to take on a whole different role, and I think she's going to be a more powerful person, not only as a character but for herself because she went through that.
Yeah.
And again, it's unfortunate because that does happen in the real world, not just to women but to men too. But
Mhm.
it's unfortunate it does happen to women. But I've heard of stories of women who overcame that situation and have become such strong women that now you don't even
Yes.
want to mess with them.
Yeah.
So something as controversial as that, I'm excited to see what comes out of it for her. Because watch, she's gonna do something badass. We're gonna be like, damn.
Yeah. Yeah, I think the redemption is gonna be beautiful. I
Yeah.
think kind of I don't wanna say hot take, but my opinion and my opinion only, if it makes you whoever's watching this, if that scene made you feel uncomfortable, good, because it was supposed to make you feel uncomfortable. That was the goal because it's wrong, and unfortunately, it happens all the time, and a lot of times women are embarrassed or scared to share because they don't want to get, outcasted or whatever that might be, depending on their situation, whether it's at work, school, whatever. So if you felt uncomfortable with it, then that's a you problem. The problem, like, I think they did a really good job of highlighting a real world issue, but in showing that it's wrong. So if it made you feel uncomfortable, I think they did their job. Now the question is, a lot of people are saying, does it belong in Star Wars? Well, I believe George Lucas himself said years ago that Star Wars is so big and so vast, and I'm paraphrasing, but like he has this vehicle that he can dump basically anything into it. And if we have this powerful media like Star Wars, and we have the opportunity to shed light on an issue in this world, then we should do that if it's going to potentially, open up the eyes to all these different people, and so that's my opinion. Now I'm not saying I want all this crazy political things and all this stuff all the time, although Star Wars is very political if you look at the prequels. You know what I mean?
So true.
um I'm not saying that, but for it to be sprinkled in a 2 minute, 3 minute section of a 50-minute episode and might be the only thing in the entire series, like that, I'm okay with that. And I didn't
I'm
even
telling
bat
you,
an eye.
she's gonna have a crazy redemption, and everyone's gonna be like, "See, she came out of it so much stronger." I have a feeling that that guy that did it to her, she might blast him
Yeah.
and get her redemption.
Yeah. I mean, she
Um,
beat him down.
yeah, she went full send, and was just like, "Nah, you're not gonna do that to me. Like I'm going to stick up for myself." And I'm so glad that they emphasized that was I'm going to stick up for myself.
Yeah.
But Andrew does have a good point. He says that seeing, Andor is rated 12 and older, and therefore not be behind an age restriction. Andor should have gotten the Daredevil treatment and be TVMA. For emphasizing it, I
Yeah.
agree with it, you know.
Yeah.
But and then Leo was tortured by Vader,
Well, look at
so
Leia with Jabba the Hutt.
yeah. But and then she had a redemption out of it too.
That's my point, though. It's like,
So
this is
I
not
think that
new.
we're gonna get that. Yeah, we're gonna get that redemption again. And I'm gonna sit there watching it, clap my hands, and I'm be like,
Me too.
hell yes.
Yeah.
Like, girl, I got you. Like,
Yes, child.
yes, yep, yes. You know what I mean? Like, I'm so proud of you for sticking up for yourself. And that's for anybody. I don't care what situation you're going through, and you stick up for yourself, you're the winner out of this one. I think that's what she's in the show this season. I'm stoked for it. I
I
really, really
agree.
am. And we decided to try and keep this live at an hour because Andor the next 3 episodes are about to come out.
Yep.
So we want to make sure everyone had an opportunity to jump on Disney Plus and start watching the next 3 episodes. But just because a random 6-year-old could stumble upon that scene. Yeah, no, it's true. I completely agree. But do you have anything else that you want to say? Just because I know everybody else has to jump on an Andor. I
Yeah.
don't want anyone missing these episodes, including
No.
myself. I don't want to
Yeah.
miss it.
No, I'm gonna go watch it right now. Andrew, no, I agree. I feel like Andor is a very mature adult Star Wars, and yeah, I mean, I don't want my daughter, she's too young for that, like to see anything like that. Even though it is real world, and eventually I will teach her that the way the world is. I don't want media and for her to stumble upon that. So I 100% agree. I just think for like a grown adult, it shouldn't have been an issue. But yeah, no, the rating thing for sure. Other than that, guys, I mean, make sure you're subscribed to both of our channels. We are dropping content like crazy. Not only are we going live every other week, but we got reviews and lightsabers and hot toys and whatever, dropping vlogs, all of the things. So make sure you're subscribed to both of our channels. You will not be disappointed if you're not already. But that's it, guys. We love you. We thank you for coming on and spending this hour with us and just kind of talking about our love for Star Wars, recapping Celebration, and just kind of going through the pros and the cons of Celebration. Stick with us as we march forward to LA, because that's in 2 years. But you know what? Before we know it, it's going to be here. And I'm sure in between then we'll be planning other cons too, and we'll be
I
marching you
just
guys
did one.
forward. You just did one already.
I just I came home Thursday and I went to a con on Friday.
Yep. So
And I was just
you're exhausted.
oh yeah, I still can't sleep. And as usual, everyone, like, we honestly appreciate everyone's support that we've gotten. Crazy to think that our celebration videos have been doing well as a whole, and a lot of you have shown love for the past couple weeks, especially since we've been gone.
Yeah.
I am gonna do a lightsaber giveaway. I'm not gonna say what it is or when it is.
Tight.
Once we hit a certain amount of subscribers, I'll definitely be doing that. And I'm excited for it. I'm excited to see where channel goes. I'm excited to see where Gianni goes, because this is just going to keep on going and going and going. It's been a lot of fun the past couple of years and the few months leading up to Celebration. So, as usual, thank you. Seriously.
Yeah. Thank you guys again. We are going to close it. It is 8:02. We love you. We thank you for all that you do and coming and hang out with us. And that's it for us. We will see you guys in 2 weeks, an hour prior to Andor. And that's it, guys. May the Force be with you always.
Enjoy
Peace.
Andor.